Thank you for your support and for watching avivTarot. This is a general pick-a-card reading. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind. Not everything will apply. My readings are meant to be constructive and not destructive. I give readings to empower you. I will be honest in what I see and will not give you false hopes or empty promises in order to keep you happy. I will be compassionate and sensitive to your feelings and will not judge or condemn. Energies are ever-changing. You are still the master of your own destiny. Hi everyone, thank you for watching avivTarot, and today we are going to do another pick a card reading. I know I haven't uploaded an English one for a very long time, and so here we are, we're uploading an English one, and we are going to take a look at what, in which area you're going to see the biggest transformation, the biggest change, in which area. Or what are you changing right now, or what is changing for you right now, okay? Or what can you change right now, in which area that you can focus on. All right, so we have 3 different groups, and we have 3 different little pictures that you can choose from. The first one is like these 2 little hands. The second one is like these chickens. Third one is just this starry sky. So take a pick of the pile that you feel most resonated to and with, and then we're going to take a look at in which area, which we're going to use these astrology cards, and then we're going to take a look at what kind of advice it's going to give you. Okay. All right, so if you need more time, you can pause the video right now. Timestamps are going to be in the description box below, as well as in the message box, and also in the timeline as well. Okay, so we are going to start with pile number 1. Okay, we're going to take a look at this card last. We're going to take a look at first in which area you should maybe focus on, or which area you're going to see the biggest transformation or change. Okay, which area you're going to see the biggest change. It's the 9th house. Over here we're talking, it says, the card says faith, okay? The 9th house is about, religion. It's about philosophy. 9th house is also about long distance travel. It's about higher education. It's about things that you believe in, the principles that you hold. Okay, so these are the things that you're going to see changes, the most change. So maybe certain things that you used to believe, now you don't believe it anymore, or things that you used to not believe and now you're a believer totally because of maybe something that happened. And 9th house is also about long distance not relationship, well, it could be long distance relationship, right? And now you can finally travel over, maybe to see your loved ones or people that you haven't seen for a while. 9th house is about again, long distance travel. So you'll be able to go to places, right? So you'll be able to, or people will come to see you, travel long distance to you. By long distance, it's usually by air, okay, instead of by car. Because the car would be more like the 3rd house. 9th house is more, it's farther away, maybe ship, cruises, right? Maybe you're going on a cruise. 9th house again is higher education. So maybe you're going back to school, or if you're still like a student, now you're stepping into maybe you want to learn more, get a degree in something, further your study in something, that kind of things. Okay, so that is that. So you're going to see a lot of big change, sudden changes as well, because we do have Uranus in Taurus right now, and that just means Taurus is about body and shapes and stuff like that. And so Uranus in Taurus, it's something. It's changing from one form to another. Okay, so you're gonna see a lot of like big changes. Okay, so 9th house
it's about principles too. So maybe you develop certain principles, certain boundaries, or you're letting go of some boundaries. Okay, so changes in these areas. Okay. All right, so then this is going to be a really quick little reading today. So it's not going to take up a lot of your time. Okay, so now we're going to use the tarot cards and see what kind of what is it, the advice. Okay, what advice is going to give you? What advice are we giving to pile number 1? Advices for pile number 1. We have the Page of Swords. What so funny. Page of Swords is a Gemini card. 9th house, it's directly opposite to the 9th house, which is usually ruled by Sagittarius. Okay, so Page of Swords is about being curious. Stay in, keep your curiosity. Be in the known. I think right now, you're going to be able to probably learn quickly. We do have right now, I mean, this is a timeless reading, but when I'm doing this reading, we do have Mars in Gemini. It's going to stay there for 7 months. So anything about communication, fast communication, quick learning. So Page of Swords is all about that. So it's like a all the pages are like students. So over here we have the higher education and stuff like that, right? And about transportation as well. So maybe you are going to travel. Okay, there is a common theme right here. Maybe short-term travel as well, not just long-term. But over here, I think this is a really good time to learn, to be curious about stuff and then further your study. I think this is what this card, the advice is for you. I think right now you're going to be able to absorb a lot of things. You're going to be able to grasp things a lot quicker than before. So that would be the advice for you. And finally, we're going to take a look at this card. It's called Acceptance. Nice. Look at the two hands holding each other. We're going to read from the book. So we're going to take a look at Acceptance number 4. Acceptance of the current situation. It's the first step to change. There you go. The past does not exist. The future hasn't happened. There is only right now. I accept where I am and who I am right now. So I think that is the most important message to give to you. This is the message that the universe wants to give, is that don't worry about the past. Don't worry about the future. Live your life the fullest right now. And so there's changes going on in these areas. And then over here, learn, be open to things, right? Keep an open mind. Both Sag and the Gemini is very open-minded and open to any type of ideas. You don't have to accept it, but you can listen, take it into consideration. So acceptance, accept who you are right now, because that is the first step to change. And today we are talking about big changes, biggest transformation, and in which area. And it's about, learning about yourself, having faith, right? All right, so that is the reading for pile number 1. And if you have anything you would like to share with me, you can leave it in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to my channel and to my video, and turn on the notification bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Okay, so pile number 2. We're going to take a look at this card last, because that's the message from the universe to you, and we'll read it from the book right here. So we're going to first take a look at in which area you're going to see the biggest change, or that's going to transform, right? Transform. In which area? Which area we're going to see a drastic change or a sudden change, or that's going to transform? This one. The 12th house, escape. Interesting. Okay. We have all Caden houses so far. 12th house. It's this card, it gives the keyword escape, but it's not necessarily about that. 12th house is about, you know, being secluded, being in solitude. 12th house is about, it's the house of karma. It's the house of mystery. It's ruled by Pisces, which is also then ruled by Neptune. So it's all about, you know, artistic stuff, right? And also, you know, having dreams, big dreams. So right now, I think maybe you are realizing something. Maybe there's dreams that you want to pursue. Maybe you suddenly realize some artistic abilities that you have, because 12th house, it's an unconscious part of us, so something that we don't really notice, I guess, usually. And since it's going to have a big change in there, so this is something maybe is coming up to surface, so you're going to realize something that you didn't know before. Okay, so I don't believe it's necessarily you're escaping into something like, oh wow, the big changes, you're escaping from something. It could be that, but I see it more as like you need time alone. You need to get away from people, not to escape, but to have time for yourself, so that you can do things that you want to do and you need to do, like taking care of yourself. Karmic stuff. So maybe you're going to see some karmic situations happening, or, you know, if people did you wrong, not necessarily that you're seeking revenge, but you're going to see some sort of people, you know, reaping what they sow type of things, right? Or you reaping what you sow too, good and bad stuff, right? So there's going to be changes in that. Also, maybe you are going to start learning about the mystical, esoteric things too. Okay, so maybe you're drawn into the mysterious world of things like the universe, and you know, you want to learn more about yoga, maybe religion things too. Over here in the 12th house, maybe sometimes it's about sacrifices as well. So maybe there's going to be changes. Maybe you've always been sacrificing yourself, and now you realize your worth, and you don't want to do that anymore, right? So you're saving yourself, or you found something that you absolutely love, and you're willing to make sacrifices for it too, right? Like, for example, pursuing your dreams. There may be something that you have to give up, right? You sacrificed something. The 12th house, it's about hidden enemies. So I would say that maybe some of the hidden enemies is going to come up, is going to surface. That could be one of the things too. Or you want to be careful of, it's not even things that you do. Sometimes it's nothing that we did that you know, people are maybe jealous of us, or people are just like haters, right? So you just unknowingly made some enemies, but just know that if it does happen that way, usually there is something that you're doing right, okay? And and people are just jealous. You did something that they wish they could do, but they couldn't. And so they just become haters, right? So we might have some hidden enemies lurking in the dark. So you might want to be a little careful, but it's nothing that you can do or prevent, because it's just haters are always going to be haters, right? So the 12th house, very, very mystical, very, very, I would say it's also, besides the 9th house, the 12th house is also very related to like gods and goddesses, right? Or like the universe in general. It is the last sign, Pisces, ruled by Pisces. So it's about that. That's why there's the karmic stuff too. You know, past lives, that kind of things. So you're going to see changes in that. Not that you're going to see your past lives, but I think you are going to do something that is going to affect you in a mystical way. So it's just unexplainable, but you're going to accumulate luck and fortune for yourself, because you know, Pisces used to be ruled by Jupiter before Neptune was found. So Jupiter is about luck, right? Expansion. So there's that as well. So and Jupiter is God. That's the name of Zeus, right? So there's some, like, we're very closely connected to like the wonders of the world and stuff like that. So you may be coming into realization, or you're coming in touch with certain mystical things. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at advices for pile number 2. This is a short reading today, so I hope you got what you're looking for. So let's take a look at advices for pile number 2. Advices for pile number 2. There we go. Look at that. We have the Chariot. It's very, very water sign, water house heavy, or water signs heavy. The Chariot, Cancer. This is about courage, having the courage to do things, having the willpower to push through hardships. Okay. So, and look at that as like the person is very stern. They know what they want. So maybe decide what you want. We talked about the 12th house, you know, having dreams and passions that you're gonna go after. So maybe the Chariot is telling you to press forward and have the willpower to overcome a lot of the obstacles. And you are in the process of achieving what you want to do. So you're just gonna persevere, right? The next one following the Chariot is the Strength. It's the same kind of message, having the courage, the strength, the perseverance in order to achieve what you want, and in order to perfect the things that you want. Okay, so that's the advice for you. Maybe you want to also reconcile two different things. For example, maybe family versus dreams, maybe versus things like money versus dreams, right? Or your inner self and outer self. Maybe there's certain things that you need to reconcile as well, because there is that duality over here. Okay, so you gotta have that willpower to be able to bring them together and not let it affect you. And also with the good, there's always the bad, but with the bad, there's always the good. It just depends on how you see things, right? All right, last part, the message to you from the universe, it says trust, right? Look at that, how interesting. It says trust, and we talked about gods, goddesses, and you know, being really close to being protected. It's all about that. All right, we're gonna read the first passage from the book about this card. 32. So it says, trust yourself, develop self-trust, and joy will follow. You can rely on your own capabilities, begin to plan carefully for the future. It is the beginning, and I trust myself in all things. So there's going to be changes and transformation coming in, and you are the one that's going to make it happen. You can make things happen. And the universe, and if you have certain beliefs, faith in things, they are backing you up as well. They will help you achieve what you want. And it's kind of interesting too, because it's the last house. So after the 12th house, we're back to the first house. It says plan for the future, because we are starting a new beginning right now. We're coming to the end of a cycle. For pile number 1, it's kind of interesting. It's telling them to live in the now. But for pile number 2, you can actually dream big. Dream, achieve. You can achieve things that is bigger than you, and you have the ability and the power to do it, and the courage and the strength and everything. Okay, so you're a lot stronger and wonderful than you think you are, right? If you don't know that already, I mean. So this is just confirmation, if whether you know it or not, okay? If you know it, this is a confirmation. If you don't know it, this is just a message for you so that you can go after what you want, okay? So this is what I see for pile number 2. And if you have anything you would like to share with me, you can leave it in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to my channel, enjoy my video, and turn on that notification bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. All right, pile number 3. Ooh, we're going to take a look at that card last. Forgot. Okay, so we're going to first take a look at in which area you're going to see the biggest transformation, the biggest change. Okay, in which area. Pile number 3 is going to see the biggest change or sudden transformation, that kind of things. Okay, so changes in which area. Pile number 3 is going to see the biggest change. In which area there's going to be the biggest transformation or change, or things that pile number 3 can change right now or focus on. The 6th house, interesting. It's a work house. I was just thinking, I was like, we haven't had any work things going on, and I wonder if the pile number 3 is gonna get it. I was thinking like 10th, but 6 is just the same. Okay, the 10th is career, and the 10th. See, the thing is with the 10th and versus the 6th. The 6th is on the bottom half of the chart. The 10th is on the upper half. Upper half is like what we. It's almost like now we achieve something, and we have other people that we need to answer to, and we need to do certain things because other people have expectations of us. So that's what like that 10th house is more about. But the 6th house is like things that you want to do, things that you like to do. It's more about you. The 6th house is like also about so work. Okay, 6th house, it's over here, it says routine, so it's also about daily routines that you have. So there might be a big change in that. There might be a big change in the work that you do, the kind of work that you do. You might be changing company. You might be changing your daily routines, the habits. The 6th house is about health as well. So maybe there's big changes to your health. So you might want to watch out, or you might want to start working out, exercise. And the 6th house is about employees. So if you are like an owner of a company, or you have people that work under you. Okay, it's about them as well. So your colleagues, but they're a little bit below you, like status wise. So it's about that. There might be a big change and shift in that. So maybe people are coming and going. Maybe you need to do like new hires, or employees did something. Now you gotta clean up the mess, or you gotta let somebody go even though you don't want to. Maybe there's restructuring of some sort. So now that's like huge change, right? That you're kind of you're forced into doing. The sixth house is also about pets. So the sixth house is about servicing others as well. So maybe you want to change to a job that's more fulfilling, as in you want to help other people. There's might be changes to your pets. Maybe you're going to buy a pet or adopt a pet to keep you company, or you just want to help out like these cute little things, right? Because they like go. I'm not against buying pets, but I just wish people would not, once they get a pet, they don't abandon them, right? So I still would say go to the shelters first and see if you can get what you are looking for, if you really do want to get a pet. And then if you can't, then maybe then resort to buying the breed or the kind of pets that you want. So and there might be like changes to pets, maybe the pet's health and that kind of thing. So maybe you want to watch out about that too. Take them to get their physical exams too, right? Get their checkups, that kind of things. So there's a few things covered by the sixth house. So you might resonate with all of them. You might resonate with only one of them. Okay, so the sixth house, again, I'm going to repeat, major changes or transformations are going to happen in the areas of daily routines, habits, your health. Okay, so maybe you want to start exercising or diets, eating more healthy, or like nutrition, that type of things. The sixth house is about work. So maybe you're changing work, changing the type of work that you do, or you're changing company, or you might see, I don't see it's a changing to a completely different direction of work, like a new change to a different industry, because I would say that might be more of a 10th house thing, or maybe like a 5th house thing. But 6th house might be still in the same like industry, but to a different company type of things. If you do change, it might be changing more towards like servicing others. Okay, so like more service oriented. And if you're the owner of a company, or you are of a higher status in the company, so you're like a supervisors or managers or something like that, and you have people working under you, there might be changes to your employees, the people that work for you. There might be changes in that. People might be coming and going, or they might do something and then now you have to clean up their mess type of things. Or maybe the stuff I gave you is like so negative, but it could be like positive things, like they did something wonderful and you need to recognize them, right? Or pets related. Okay, so maybe you are getting a new pet, or maybe you want to watch out if your existing pets, if they have any issues, health kind of things. Okay, so that is that. Okay, now today is a very short reading. We're going to use the tarot card just to give you additional advices. All right, so any advice for pile number 3? Advice for pile number 3. We got the, wow, both are, look at that, even the bottom of the card is a Pentacle 7 of Pentacles. This is a lot of stagnation. So there's a lot of changes going on, but you don't want to. So over here, the Nine of Wands, it's about keeping your defense up, or don't let your guard down. There's a lot of changes going on, so it's going to be a little tough. You're going to want to guard what you have already achieved. Over here, there's the major card, the first card that popped out is actually the Four of Cups, which is about missed opportunities, but it could be about that, right? So if there are opportunities coming in towards you, in regards to the work area, because the 6th house is really work, slash health slash pets, right? But work is more, again, like daily routines type of things. Anyways, cups, Four of Cups is about opportunity. So you want to make sure that you grab onto, or you jump on the opportunities when it arises, right? When you're giving the opportunity, you want to be able to recognize it and actually hold on to it instead of like contemplating and missing out on things. So I think this is the one only advice about it is that I think there's going to be a lot of changes going on in your work area or work things. Some of the opportunities might be a really good opportunity. Maybe you want to go jump on it, right? And the only thing is, of course, nothing comes for free. There is going to be something that you need to sacrifice or that you need to hold like your boundaries and not say no to certain things because they're overstepping certain things, like they're not compensating you enough, they're asking you to do more than you agreed upon, or more than your pay grade type of things. So maybe certain opportunities you want to say no, right? You want to be like, no. But other ones, you want to be able to say, this is something that I've worked for so long, things that I've put a lot of energies and invested in, and now I've perfected everything. And so like I am at a level of at a higher level. So, and you want to jump on the better opportunity and just go from there, right? Make a career out of it, be known as that. That's the advice for you, pile number 3. And lastly, let's take a look at the card, what the message the universe wants to give you. This one, it says the void, dark moon. Interesting. This is a number 1 card. I think there's a lot of new things coming in for you. So let's take a look at what the main message it is from the book that it wants to give you. It says the void. Your time to rest and reset is here. Release all that does not serve you. Stop resisting. The void is a time of possibility, not just darkness. There is nothing to fear in letting go of negative patterns and habits, so let go of the old. I freely release what I no longer need. Over here, we said let go of negative patterns and habits. What did I say about the 6th house? It's about routines. It's about habits. There's going to be big changes coming in there. So you want to take the opportunity to change things up. If they no longer serve you, they're no longer of service to you, why hold on to things, right? That's obsolete, or that's just not beneficial. So also 6th house, the people with a lot of 6th house tend to be a workaholic, okay? They will work themselves to death, or they just love to work and love to service other people. And so over here, the void is about rest too. So don't forget to rest, because the 6th house is ruled by Virgo, okay? And so Virgo is all about, it's ruled by Mercury. So Mercury is all about thinking and communication, but it's more on the thinking side. So your mind is constantly working. So you got to give yourself a good rest so that you don't keep thinking about things, thinking over things. And even if you're resting, you're not really resting. So you want to be careful about that. And that will also affect your health too. So you want to watch out about that too. Okay. So there's a lot of changes going on in the areas that I mentioned before. So if you didn't catch that, you can rewind, so I don't have to, you probably don't want to hear me repeat it again. But yeah, so I think that all kind of work together, and there is new things coming in for you. We talked about the new opportunities. If it's not that good of an opportunity, you got to set your boundary and say no. But if the opportunity is great, you deserve it, and why don't we start a new beginning? All right, so there is, and changes and stuff like that. So that is what I see for pile number 3. And if you have anything you would like to share with me, you can leave it in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to my channel under my video, and turn on that notification bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.